Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and finally, jeez, dude. Big celebrations are always awesome, right? They're the best. The 4-year anniversary, when Blue Gogeta came out, $300 million celebration, like, these are always the greatest, but man, the tail end of the celebrations always are just completely dead. So, finally, we do have stuff about to happen on JP. Global players, do not be concerned, because I would imagine within only a couple of days, either via the French data miners or, in-game itself, we'll probably get confirmation of what is coming next to Global. Again, I've said it several times recently. I think Namek Super Saiyan Goku is incredibly likely to be the next banner for Global Dokkan. He is very good, so if you guys want to summon for him, go for it. Now, as of right now, we don't know how good Future Gohan is going to be, though. Future Gohan, of course, is actually in-game here. Here, let me actually go. We'll swap in-game real quick, and I will show you guys the announcements in here. Because, just like the pictures that people put up online, they don't really show the whole scope of it, right? So let's go ahead and jump in. So the first thing we have here, this, of course, is a teaser for the Future Gohan Dokkan event, right? Which is going to be getting updated very, very soon. Oh, actually, I'm going to want to switch back in a second. Okay, whatever. Okay, anyway. So, the Future Gohan event is going to get a new stage added to it. This is a transforming Future Gohan. Again, no idea how good he's going to be. And then if we switch over here, we actually did get a translation of some text. I will not die even if my body's destroyed. Someone who follows my will rise. Okay, so basically, it's the stuff he was talking against the androids, right? New stage added to the Gohan Dokkan event. Now, one of the big things here that people are going crazy over is this date right here, right? People see this date, the 2nd of October, and they're instantly, oh, okay, boom, that's when they come out. This date is not for what Future Gohan's release date is going to be, right? They never, ever do that. They don't put these little teasers in the news and then tell us, oh, hey, here's the day that the unit releases. They don't do that. Okay. Well, I'm going to get to the reason why it should definitely not be the 2nd. But I also do want to point out, if we head over here into the Dokkan event section, right? Future Gohan's event, as you guys can see, is going away in 2 days' time. Now, if we then go over here and take a look at the calendar, the 2nd is 2 days' time. So what that date is, that's when the Future Gohan event goes away. This always happens where people see that countdown and they think, oh, as soon as that countdown ends, that's when the new stuff will show up. But no. When that countdown ends, the event goes away. And then usually the next day or the day after is when the stuff is actually added, right? So I don't expect... Myself, I think Gohan is coming out on the 3rd. That makes the most sense to me. Now, I know this would be unusual timing, right? 99% of the time, when they drop a Dokkan event teaser, right? Usually, it's like they drop it, and then 2 days later, the event is here. There have been a number of times, however, where they've put the teaser in the news, and then it's come out at random times. The shortest ever was UI Goku for JP, who the event teaser was literally in the news for 2 hours before his event showed up. And I think one of the longer ones was Physical Super Vegito. I believe his teaser was up for 4 or 5 days before he finally dropped on Halloween of 2017. So, it doesn't always mean 2 days. So, this time, I think, again, the 3rd is probably when we're likely to get Future Gohan to be released, right? So, okay, then let's go ahead and go back to the news, because it's not just about the Future Gohan Dokkan event, right? We do have something else here, and that is this event is getting updated, another revamp. They're constantly tinkering with this event right here. This, of course, is the event that basically goes over... essentially, you could say this is Trunks' story, but the first stage even goes over, in one of the first stages, it shows what happens in Trunks' timeline when Goku uses the instant transmission and kills Mecha Frieza and King Cold, right? Something that I don't think has been shown in any other Dragon Ball Z media, but, Trunks does explain that in his time, Goku is the one that kills Frieza and King Cold, right? And in this event, we actually are shown that. Now, there's a couple of things here. We do have these 2 new ones right here. So this is a future Android 17, and then we have a future Android 18. You can tell it's future because they got the little, that's the little future, like, symbol thing there. I recognize that immediately because, like, the category, like the category, like, kanji or whatever, like, I could tell what a lot of them are, you know. As playing JP for this amount of years, always having to click, like, the category stuff, like, I can sort of tell. It's this symbol. One of those is what really looks familiar to me. Okay, so we have some nifty translations here. Now, the only unfortunate thing is when they show us these units, they're probably free to play, by the way. The fact that they're, like, shown in this story event teaser means this future 17 and future 18 should be free to play. But it's unfortunately just showing their leader skills, right? So 17 is an Android category, 2 key, 30% leader, and then 18 is a siblings bond, 2 key, and 30% leader. So not really anything crazy. I mean, it is going to be nice, right? Because we are going to have like a way to farm up future Android 17, who's a decent unit. I've never rainbowed him, but he is a decent unit. And really, like the future androids are just very, very vastly underused, right? Like, you look at the high amount of, like, Android 17 cards, and especially Android 18 cards in the game, and it's like, they really could give us, like, I don't know if they're, I mean, I feel like future Android 17 and 18 together could be a DOKKANFEST exclusive, or it could be another LR, because remember, the LR androids, it's just, you know, LR's Android 17 and 18, and then we got the new one, 17 and 18/16, right? So, we definitely could get future 17 and 18 at some point, and I'm sure we will, right? But, you know, he's a free-to-play unit. He'll probably be solid, but I bet his best bet will just be raising the super attack level of this guy. And then same thing for Android 18. There's going to be a new future Android 18. She is going to be, STR, so she'll be over here. And, you know, you're basically going to use her to raise super attack level of the AGL future Android 18. This Android 18, I do have rainbowed. She's actually pretty good. I do actually really like that Android 18 card. Oh, just while we're here, too, by the way, it's just the stupidity, the utter stupidity, dumbness, moronic, that this Android 17 right here is not Android 17 GT. It's just the dumbest thing in the world to me, because that really would be a good way to, like, just, you know, further increase our options on some of these teams, because I do think eventually we're going to get a Super 17 update, maybe like a transforming Super 17 card or something like that. Like, we're probably going to get a whole bunch of stuff like that, and it's dumb that this guy's just called Android 17. So hopefully in the future, whenever they do that and they release a new version of this guy, which I believe they will, they call him Android 17 GT. You know, that would be pretty nice if they went ahead and did that. So, okay, we can go ahead and get rid of this. Let me head back in. Boom. And then we can see that the old Future Gohan, the base form Future Gohan, is actually getting a Dokkan Awakening into Super Saiyan Future Gohan. Now, that's a big deal. I'll go over why in a second, because now every single Future Gohan card in the game is now farmable. Every single one, because of the way they did that. So that's very, very nice. Plus, you would be able to use the Super Saiyan Future Gohan in the, like, on whatever team the new base form Future Gohan is. Because remember, he is a base form Future Gohan that transforms into Super Saiyan, right? And then, of course, we have the same date right here, the 2nd. I imagine if we back out and we head into the, like, Key of Memories portion, I imagine that the Trunks event is probably going to have a date on it. Let me see. We'll see, like, the little countdown on it, just like on the Future Gohan story event. Yes, no. Okay. Is it up right now? No. Okay, yeah, it's right here. Usually we see a little, thing that says it's going away. I guess for whatever reason it's not there. Okay, sure. Okay, so let me hop back in. I guess we don't need this, and we don't need this. Here, let me head over to this. And then, okay, so we have these Future Gohans, right? This guy is the one that's getting the Dokkan Awakening. Let's see what his details are. So attack and defense 20% when HP is 50% or above. Huge damage to the enemy. One thing immediately that I noticed is, you know, Future Gohan units are on a number of category teams. So this guy is a free-to-play unit. He's on a lot of teams. In particular, that Goku family team, we just got that EZA Goku and Gohan unit. You know, that's going to be one of the best free-to-play teams in the game, especially for taking down, like, Prime Battle events and stuff like that. So I really hope you guys got that Extreme Z Area event done, because, you know, this Future Gohan, I mean, they easily could give him, what, 80, 90% attack and defense at the start of turn or something like that with supreme damage for a free-to-play unit. Yeah, I could see it. His links are probably going to be pretty solid. I think this is going to be a pretty decent free-to-play card. The big thing is they just got to give us at least a 140% 12-key multiplier. We are going to need that, though. So that's going to be interesting. Remember, he is going to go to Super Saiyan. But like I was saying, so you could use the SR version here. We'll be able to raise the super attack level of the new DOKKANFEST Future Gohan, who starts out as base form. And you can now raise the super attack level of all the other Super Saiyan Future Gohans because this guy awakens in a Super Saiyan. So just a very, very nice change. Ooh, by the way, okay, never mind. They're revamping the event, right? Because in case some of you guys aren't familiar, some of these medals have like notorious drop rates. The Future Gohan medal, and then these 17 and 18 medals in particular. I've heard horror stories of people getting like 30 drops of a 17 medal and getting like 118, or like getting like barely any Future Gohan medals. That used to be a huge meme like around. It's like, oh, when a new LR would come out, it's like, oh, he needs 50 Future Gohan medals to awaken, right? But at the same time, you know, if you're a whale or your account has been around for a while, these medals are available in the Baba shop every once in a while with Baba points, so you can go ahead and grab those. That's what I've done, so I've got like infinite amounts of those. And then the final thing I want to do here is, we were sort of talking about this, and then again, like people kind of like, okay, right here. So Talon's just talking about it. We think the data downloads in a couple days. The guy says there's a date in the announcement, which is that second. You know, I thought that was when the event leaves, and then right here, well, I guess I could probably just like click this, boom, and then Talon does confirm. Yeah, the date is telling us that's when the events actually go away, and Talon is saying the 3rd is when he thinks the banner is coming out, which is the same day I think they are as well. So let me know what you guys think of the new Future Gohan news, right? Future Gohan coming. What do you guys think of Future Gohan as the next Dokkan Fest exclusive? I mean, I'm okay with it. It is nice to get more buffs for the Android/Cell Saga category team, which I do think badly needs it, right? I'm a bit disappointed in how good that team is, although a lot of that I think is because Cell. Cell is just such a crappy leader for a lot of those units that you'd want to use on there. Really, if they had given us that LR Bye Guys Goku, who is like a 3-key and 50% support to all types or something as an LR, that would have like just made that team so much more fun. That would have been a complete game changer. But nope, they don't want to do that. So this is what's coming up next. I guess, so we're still sort of, this is fitting their theme, right? Because, well, I mean, sort of, but like, you know, after the Cell Saga, right? Like, well, sort of like the last episode, Trunks goes to the future and takes down the androids. And then, I mean, you know, Gohan, like, doesn't really show up, I guess, in the original Dragon Ball manga. I think they might show Future Gohan like once or twice. I know there's like a little spin-off side story chapter, I believe, that does like a little like kind of like background on the like the history of Trunks type thing. That's a little bit different than the movie. But I don't think that wasn't a main like story chapter, right? So, but after this, after Future Gohan, I think it's very, very, very likely that we're gonna move into Buu Saga stuff. So maybe Majin Vegeta. Perhaps we could see something like, you know, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku as a transforming card. Maybe a Fat Buu Dokkan Fest. Maybe like a Babidi and Dabura and Pui Pui and Yakan and Buu LR or something like that. I think that's likely to what will happen on JP after Future Gohan leaves. So, thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.